Hey, hey, but I'm proud of you, boy. Sis, for real, I'm proud of you. Because you finally learned how to change, bro. You could have been out and about, trying to go to the club or trying to, lay up with people who you ain't got to. But now you're in your Bible now. You're reading, you're fasting, you're staying true to yourself. Your skin glowing now. Your relationships getting better. Your money getting better. Your faith getting stronger. You're not crashing out. See, all week they've been trying to make you crash out. Money, relationships, addictions, stress, anxiety, intrusive thoughts. But all those small yeses and nos that you've been making all week, turning this down, turning that down, having all the options in the world, pantry got everything in it. You've been saying, no, I'm straight. God is so proud of you. Being relentless. Going through all the hardship this week. So it's okay to give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve a pat on the back. Reward yourself. But stop beating yourself up. You're in your cement block season. Your cement block season. In the last couple seasons you was in your haunted house bando wilderness season where you didn't know what was gonna happen. You just had to use your faith. You were using your inside to accomplish within. And you just kept going and going and going and going and going. But you ended up going so far, God ended up tearing down the old you to the point where there was no return. And you realize when he tore down the old you, the memories of the old you tried to resurface. They tried to pull up and pull you back in. But they already knew you wasn't finna go for it. Because they're still playing tic-tac-toe the same way, working the same move. And you see it, bro. You see it, sis. And when you pass that test, that's when your life turned up. Make sure you pass that test. Because not only does that give you extra peace, it brings in the full blessing. Because if you don't pass that test, the full blessing that God has for you, you don't get it. And the blessing is a responsibility. It's something that you're gonna love. Why you think kings don't never want to leave their throne? Because they love the responsibility of the blessing, bro. So if God is calling you to remove something out of your life that you think is, that you like, that you love, and this is how you know, bro, because things are starting to get slowed down, your money gets slowed down with it. All that stuff gets slowed down with it. Your car might break down with it. It just, everything goes down when you have it and when you're with it. Whatever it is. See, only things that make you grow are worth keeping. And if you realize you're not growing, ever growing with it, or you cannot keep it. Cannot keep it. You understand? You don't know who shot you, bro. It's the reason you don't know who shot you, bro. The same reason you don't know who told on you. You don't know who snitched on you, bro. You're not supposed to know. You wasn't supposed to know, bro. You was supposed to get revenge and keep doing. See, whenever that happened to you, bro, sis, whoever did that to you, and you didn't know who it was, that's when you turned dark. And that was the whole test. You felt it. But at the same time, God used the grace to get that out of you. See, that darkness that was in your system was from old generations, old bloodline curses that the enemy was already cracking open. He been cracked it open in your grandmother, grandfather. So when he triggered it with that, and you went dark, and you wanted to get the revenge on anybody, because you never knew who did that to you. You never knew who did that to you. So when you start getting revenge on people, you were supposed to let it go. See, that's what the enemy wants, bro. He wants you to feel like you gotta put it in your own hands. He wants you to feel like there is no God out there. If you can't see it, it's not real. He wants you to think that if no one can see you, cheat, lie, steal, that you got away with it. That's what he wants you to feel, bro. And he lies to you and tell you that you getting away with it, that everything's straight, that you good, that you didn't leave no evidence. That's what he does to you. But you got to pay attention. And this is for somebody, bro, because I've seen a lot of people crashing out, man. And send it to your grandson, bro. A young man, man. Young woman. You don't got to do what they do. I know you don't have a father figure around, or nobody who had discipline around. And I'm so glad this video came to you. But you don't gotta do what they do. You're not even gonna remember them, bro, sis. Cause they're just a test to get to your heart. To try to make you like them. See, that's how the demons, that's how evil, that's how Satan recruits at a young age. That's how he gets you, bro. See, it's getting hot. Summertime finna come. And I'm telling you, bro. You gotta be ready. Cause temptation is out. And she's sexy. She looking good, boy. And if you ain't ready, she gonna break you. He gonna break you, bro. I'm telling you. So what you gonna do? You gonna let the cement lock up so God can build the house for you? Cause that's what you in right now. You in your cement season. Listen, bro. You already done got rid of all the oldness. You out the bando now, bro. God demolished that. He got rid of the old version of you. You don't ever have to go back to him or her no more. You see? He broke down all of that. You healed from all of that. You freed from all of that. See, now you're in a season that you never thought existed now. You're in your unfathomable season because you surrendered. And now, you're in your cement block season, bro. And in your cement block season, that's when your discipline gotta stack up. You gotta harden up, bro. You gotta stay locked in forever. But don't get surprised when you got new responsibilities popping up. Don't be surprised, bro. You got new relationships. Don't be surprised, bro. You got new opportunities. Don't be surprised, bro. But think about it. After you accept these new blessings, get these new gifts, you gotta steward them. You gotta hold them. You can't fumble them, bro. You gotta stay blocked in, locked in. You gotta let the cement dry. You already been in your wilderness season. God was training you like he did Joseph, like he did David, like he did Daniel. You already been through that. Now when God rises you up, bro, it's gonna be, the season is gonna be almost overnight. You're gonna be ready. So if you're in your cement season, where he blocking it up, locking it in, the cement wet right now, bro. But you gotta stay blocked. Understand, bro, like, you're gonna meet some certified CrashOuts, bro, in your life, famo. You're gonna meet some people who don't care about their life, period, bro, who gonna feel like, bro, my daddy gone, I don't care about life anyway. Like, there's a lot of people out here ready to crash out who will never tell you that they finna crash out, bro. You know, they get triggered so fast. You might be walking in the mall with them, next thing you know, somebody bump into them and yeah, they doing something. And then be careful. See, if you hang with somebody who got a gun, and every time y'all get in an argument, they get the clutching on you, they get the holding it. That's a flag. That's a red flag. Cause what if you get them too mad and they end up shooting you, bro? And it's going to happen. They're gonna do that to the wrong person, and it's going to happen, bro. This is a fact. It's a fact. So don't wait for it. Don't wait for it to be too late. I'm talking to the young people. Send it to your grandson. Send it to your nephew. I know you're out on spring break. You're having a good time, or you finna go on spring break. Hey, man, these kids, hey, they got the poles out. They're out. They're jealous. You be talking to their girl or whatever, but you gotta be careful. It can happen because you know how you are. Life of the party, everywhere you go. You know you shine like a star, and they hate that. They hate that about you. You talk with wisdom, they see your fruit. See? You know? So be careful, man. Know who you are. That's why God had to pull you out of these situations, pull you out of these places. Because He's giving you that glow. He's making you shine. You were born healer. You heal people everywhere you go. I don't know what this is for. I think this is for you. You heal people with your light. So don't feel bad that God had to pull you away from people because they had bad intentions for you. You realize when you were healing people, they were just taking. They would never put no fruit back in your spirit. They would never feel your spirit. They can't even send you a reel of something positive. So if you're giving them all your positive energy, where are you getting your positive energy from? forgetting to pray? You're not being consistent as much? Luckily, these videos hitting you, that's filling you up a little bit, but you gotta do more. You gotta stay more consistent. That environment can collapse any second. So that's why God had to pull you away from them people. And I know it's messed up because a lot of people understand this, and you're rooting the season. Trust the instar inside of you, because it's gonna tell you, and it's gonna be somebody you love. I'm sorry. And you know, the enemy always give you evidence of him doing something good too. He try to have good and bad, so you can play with your mind when you get to a higher enough level, when you see that in you. But when you let that thing go that used to hold you down back in the past, and you let the new way become the way, and just surrender, you'll be like that girl on Disney Channel. It's a whole new world. I'm telling you, bro. Your life would be unfathomable. Unfathomable. And they can't manipulate it. The cement would be so sturdy in your foundation, it can never be uprooted. But you have to uproot yourself from that environment, because your environment affects your choices affect your identity affects your destiny. So you have to change your trajectory by changing your environment. So don't resist the change of environment too. If God is sending you to a new environment, don't resist it. Go with it. Because 9 times out of 10, there's a blessing in disguise in there. Why do you think when you clean under the bed, you always find stuff that's valuable? What stands in the way becomes the way. Gold is always hidden. I'm telling you, you gotta dig it. You gotta dig it up. You gotta dig it up. You gotta mind it. You gotta put in the work. Put in time. Go find it. Search for it. Understand it. The understanding part is gonna cost you everything. It's gonna cost all your time. It's gonna cost a lot of pain too. A lot of suffering to truly understand things. But it gives you a crown. How? Because everything you know becomes valuable. And people need value. You need value. And it's all inside of you. You don't have to go seek it. It's right there with you. Palm of your hand, top of your head. You're alive while they're dead. Wisdom. Keeps your spirit rich. And start tell you where to go to get it. But don't fear, because around you, you're going to see a lot of people get their head blew off. You're going to see a lot of people just have calamities. You know, they try to play both sides. Don't fear that. You, God got you. He'll keep your foot away from the snare. what he does. The Lord, he'll guide you. But you gotta follow your heart. Why you think? See, the reason you beat all them cases, because the Lord has the heart of the judges. See, the judges know about the instar. When they're in their chamber and they see it shuffling through those papers, the Lord can harden or soften these people's heart. If you align with what I'm saying, put 7-7 in the comment section. The 7 means double completion, and the other 7 means you're aligned. You completed the mission. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of these people don't understand that they have to go through these things to get close to the Lord, because they're needed in the future. See, God already knows your heart. He knows what's put in you. But you have to find the fear of the Lord so you can get the wisdom. And that's how you will truly live. Make sure you write in your journal, man. Soul Surgeon. The book out. Link in the bio, ebook. It's only $20. Paperback copy. Link in the bio. Cash App. If you want a $10, a $20, $30 call, whatever you're trying to do, working with all budgets. Cash App me $INSTAR28, and in the message write your number and I'll call you. And I chop it up with you. So if you're going through whatever you're going through, man, we chop it up with you, man. So certain. I go crazy, man. Hey. Bro, you gotta understand, when you saved yourself from sin, you was rewarded with grace. See, when you turned yourself in, or when you gave up, when you surrendered, when you said, I'm done with this life, bro. I'm done messing people up. I'm done ruining people's lives. I'm done putting this in my community. I'm done stealing people's hope. I'm done. When you did that, bro, yeah, you had to face things. Yeah, judicial system came to you. Yeah, robbers came to you. Yeah, you had to face the consequences of your action. Yeah, you did. Yeah. But guess what? He was with you the whole time. Because them other folks, they didn't surrender. They didn't give up. They didn't say, you know what, Lord, I'm sorry. I want to turn my life around now. They didn't do that. They didn't have the courage. You did, bro. So don't ever let them people tell you can't get a second chance. You earned a second chance at life. Again. Because you was willing to start over from scratch and let him break you down so he can build you right back. See, a lot of people get so deep into sin that they just say, it's over for me. I ain't got no chance. I wish I could have went to heaven. That's what they say. That's what they think. The devil holds fake facts over you. He make you do things and remind you what you did. And he hold it over you forever. Every time you try to change, every time you try to, feed the homeless or help a brother out, or he reminds you. You still didn't get in heaven. You still did this, you still did that. Now my spirit on something. I don't know who I'm finna talk to. I'm finna tell you something. And this is for you. See, when you decided to surrender, when you decided to turn your life around, when you decided to give up everything that you was doing, that you loved, that you built, you understood that the foundation was cracked. You understood, yeah, you built the house, but the cornerstone of the house had a problem there. And the problem was so severe that any storm hit it, it was gonna break the whole house down. You seen it. You seen it. You knew it was any moment it could happen. So what you did, you let the foundation fall. You let it break. You didn't try to save nothing in it, bro. You moved to another state of mind, body and soul, and physical state. See, when you moved to that next state, that was the best decision you ever made. Because before you moved to another state of mind, body, and soul, and physical location, you was trapped in a state of mind. So when you were willing to move to a different state, not only did you move states, you changed the state of mind, changed the body, changed the soul. Everything changed. Why do you think you gained so much weight? You got fat. Your body didn't know what to do. You wanted to react. You know, you was emotionally attached to the streets, to the pain, to the love, to the power, to everything that it comes with, that it gives you and it devours. So God had to strip that out of you, had to break that, had to pull that attachment. And somebody been praying for you too. Don't ever forget about that. But when you went through that growing pain, when you relaxed, and you knew God had your back, you started feeling the cracks. It took a long time for you to bounce back. But you didn't quit, bro. You didn't give up. You put your team on your back. You ran every single lap. You didn't cut one corner, bro. Because you remember where you came from, how far you came. And you knew you can get it back. But you wanted to do it the right way, so the foundation would never crack. So you figured that out. You figured if you trust in the Lord always got your back. You realize that. Because we're in situations where you're supposed to be splatted out. He helps you get out of that. Several times. So understand, young man, young sis. If you forsake him, he will forsake you back. And if you trust him, he will trust you back. I'm telling you, the enemy got that number 99 jersey on. He's sacking you. I call him Warren Sapp. Pay attention, bro. But when you get sacked, you gonna stand up and keep throwing that ball down the field, bro. You're gonna stand up and keep, pushing it. Going crazy. You're gonna fold over and lay on your back. God hate when you do that. See, you gotta understand. It's like when you smelt the storm coming and you did the right thing, you went ahead and sacrificed it, gave everything away, put everything up, changed your life immediately. And let me tell you how I know the storm's coming. If you're doing evil, you will start to win out of nowhere. You will start to super win. So you're robbing, you super robbing, winning. You hitting banks, super loot. You be cheating, super getting away with the cheating. You be stealing, super stealing. You be murking, super murking. This is how, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you how it is. See, the Lord likes to make them folk think they hitting jackpot before he just whoop, swoop you off your feet, lay you down. So when you smelt it, when the instar told you, hey, it's gonna happen. They're taking crowns. Death is coming. It's right around. It's coming for you. You on the list. When you humbled yourself, when you didn't go on that mission, when you gave that stuff back, when you sacrificed it, everything the enemy everything the enemy gave you, when you gave it back, when you let it destroy itself, you didn't have to get destroyed with it. Because if you'd have been with it, you'd have got destroyed with it. But you let it go, so you didn't get destroyed with it. You saved yourself. And it wasn't over. Just because you did that didn't mean that you didn't have to go through the rest of the stuff. So them fake charges you had to go through, you had to go through it. In cases you had to be, you had to go through it. When folks trying to lie on you and say you did this and that, you had to go through it. Probation wants you for no reason, you had to go through it. Parole wants you had to go through it. I ain't trying to scare you, I'm trying to tell you the truth. Why you had to go through it. So yeah, you were saved. You were blessed. And let me tell you something. You did a great job in your survival season. Because the time that you had to strike and your back against the wall, you was actually right. They needed to feel that. They needed to know that. See, no one ever has done that to them before. So they thought they can get away with anything, everything. How can I not say that maybe God used you to spank them? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm proud of you. Your back was against the wall. You still had integrity. And that's why you made it. See, God needs a heart like yours. A loyal heart. He couldn't tell you everything at the time because they were trying to recruit you. And it was so loud. See, the noise don't come from the outside. It comes from the outside, but it's inside of you. It's inside of you. And when you let that noise inside of you get so loud where you can't hear the instar of the compass within, what can be done, my friend? Maybe on you. Hey, the book is out now. Shout out to everybody who's been buying the book, supporting my channel. And if you got $20, you can get one of these. Boundaries in the Sermon out now. 179 pages of pure heat. You know, I made this book just in case something happens. You know, Cuba's having a blackout right now. They can't see no internet, nothing. They ain't got no books or anything. They going through it. So, I'm just saying, man, you never know what's gonna happen. Ebook out now. My favorite chapter is chapter 8, chapter 9. It talks about the trap doors, baits, loops, how to avoid that. The fake knock at the door, you know, when you get your blessings, when you come up in life. Yeah, check that out, man. So, ebook available too. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, man. Soul Surgeon, just get it. Bro, God is proud of you, bro. Listen, bro, you had to give up your car, your house, your wife, your life, your mama, your daddy, whatever it was that was in the way from you getting the Holy Spirit, whatever it was that was in the way of you getting that relationship with God, you let it go. You let it go, bro. So once you did that, God put a whole nutshell, a whole bubble around you that protected you. I don't know who this is for, but this is in my spirit. So you was in a situation where you was running with the wrong crowd and you was prevailing. You was actually doing good running with the wrong crowd. And you actually was getting rewarded for it. He gave you the cars, the jewelry, money. You know, you had all of these things going for you. But then, you're not a Hurricane Katrina victim or nothing, but you seen the storm coming. You was able to smell the storm or the instar inside of you told you, hey, but the storm is on the way. Now, it wasn't a physical storm, it was a spiritual storm coming. But you knew, you felt it, because you felt these things before. You've been in dangerous situations before. You know what you've been through. I don't know what this is for. And something told you to sacrifice something. And it told you to sacrifice something that you love. So you tried to be stingy with it. But then God picked what he wanted you to sacrifice. So when you had that situation where your car got impounded and everything was in it, except for you, and they didn't even know who car it was, and you didn't go back to the impound and go grab it, you saved yourself. See, that was a big test for you. Because if you would have went back to the impound and grabbed the car, not only would you been attacked by the enemies and entities that are targeting that car and the spirit that drive around in that car, but you would have lost favor. But you decided to keep the car in the impound. And you said, you know what, you got it. Forget that car. Forget it. You can have it. I'm gonna start over. You seen what was coming behind it. You seen what would come behind it. So you realize, like, hey, maybe I got blessed. Maybe I got saved, because if I would have hopped in that car again, you might have got sprayed. And that was grace. And you allowed grace to protect you. You allowed grace to hold your hand. And you listen to that small knock, the instar inside of you. Listen to it. So don't ever feel bad when you gotta put stuff up. You gotta let stuff just crash out and give it away. Don't ever feel bad, bro. honestly, be honest with you, bro. Sinning is fun. It feels good. That's how you get you hooked to it. You love the bumpy rise, and then next thing you know, you're straight. You like that. You like taking a chance to risk your life. And then you still be straight. See, that's the fun thing about sin, but think about the people who sin and don't wake up. Who like to nod off and OD, but don't wake up. And you realize your time was coming. See, the people you hang with, they got a flash past the death. They skipped the line to death. Death won't them even. It need them. You know, everybody's in line for death. But you was skipping the line. You had that six pad. You had that Six Flags flash pad. Everybody you was with, y'all were jumping the line to go see death. You saved yourself. You saved yourself. You listened. Your obedience saved you. To anybody else, they would have went and grabbed the car and been a target. You played it smart. You let it go. You gave God control. Think about it. That season that you've been through, those indictments that you beat, never sweet. But you listen to the instar and it saves you from the streets. Anybody who see you know the streets can be beat. And you don't have to die to make it out the streets. But you have to cry. And your heart do have to be meek. Because the meek inherit the earth. But you gotta get out the streets, bro. The righteous will prevail. Soul searching, man. Stop falling for these spells, bro. Hey, the book is out now. Shout out to everybody who's been buying the book, supporting my channel. And if you got $20, you can get one of these. Boundaries in the Sermon out now. 179 pages of pure heat. You know, I made this book just in case something happens. You know, Cuba's having a blackout right now. They can't see no internet, nothing. They ain't got no books or anything. They going through it. So, I'm just saying, man, you never know what's gonna happen. Ebook out now. And my favorite chapter is chapter 8, chapter 9. It talks about the trap doors, baits, loops, how to avoid that. The fake knock at the door, you know, when you get your blessings, when you come up in life. Yeah, check that out, man. So, ebook available too. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, man. Soul searching, let's get it. Hey, bro, all they want you to do is just be scared, bro. These shapeshifters, bro, all they want you to do is just be scared of them. Once they realize you're scared of them, it's a wrap, bro. They can trick you to believe in anything that they believe or anything they want to believe, bro. They can tell you anything. And they can shape shift to anything you want, bro. All you gotta do is smile at them long enough, laugh at their jokes. All they do is fish for your emotions, trying to make you react to anything. And the minute you react, good, bad, happy, sad, that's when they get you, bro. See, depending on what they want. If they know you're strong and they know you're trying to get power, they gonna intimidate you, bro. That's what they gonna try to do. They gonna hit you with that Mike Tyson fear factor, bro. They gonna come, trying to hit you, knock you out. First 60 seconds, they gonna go hard. But let me tell you, when they strike you, when they hit you, when they make their first move, all you gotta do is laugh. All you gotta do is smile at it. All you gotta do is, I eat blood for breakfast. Say that to them. Really feel that. Bite your lip and start swinging back. Start fighting back, bro. Sis, you gotta come at the enemy that way. Yeah. You know? Sometimes you gotta use it. You gotta use a noodle. Outthink them. If you don't see any fruit, because what they gonna do is like going to somebody's house, bro, like, and then like on their kitchen, they got the fake they got the fake fruit right there. You know, you grab it and you pick it up, then you see it's fake. And that's the thing you gotta do with him. You gotta test the fruit out. See if it's real. Test it out. How you test it? Whatever they talking about, test it. Put it to the test. See if it's real. You know how to test it. Now, if you got discernment, you don't even gotta test it. You already know it. You just trust that the spirit that tells you how to move. And that's all, hey, that's all you gotta do with that. But the thing is, the reason I call them shapeshifters, because, you know, you're in your wilderness season, you're trying to get close to God. You're on that journey, you're on that path, bro. You're trying to get your life back together. And little did you know that all the blood has been swapped out. So what I mean by that is like, the old ways of Babylon, the old ways of sin, the old ways of currency that crime used to pay, the shapeshifters, they don't have that currency anymore. It's been swapped out, the blood has been changed. And they don't know what to do. They're starving. So the chosen ones who in touch with the Creator, who've been staying righteous, staying down, who people trying to wonder like, how these people ain't got no jobs but still surviving? These people, see, they've been given an assigned mission. And most likely that's you. And God told you what to do. But the thing is, these shapeshifters, they know that they can't do it. So they gotta shape shift into versions of you. Because the way of Babylon is to imitate try to be you, bro. Sis. It never works. It used to work. But not everybody woke. Most people, the veil's been lifted. You see through the veil. But all you gotta do, brother, is just not react to these people. Because if you start reacting to these people, that sets you back. You already know why it's for. So if you're trying to realize, like, you was having a good day and all out of nowhere, you know, this person did this or triggers you to do that, or this is not by mistake. This is by design. This is by the system. And the thing the system don't like is when you're resilient, bro. When you keep going. So if you find a way to keep fighting and keep going, bro, you're gonna level all the way up to a different level where only God can take you, bro. And that's the level you really want to be at. But that's the level that's gonna get you right. It's gonna get you right, bro. So you find yourself in a season where everybody was playing every man for themselves. You feel me? You went in a town, and this town, everybody was playing every man for himself. You wasn't really used to it. You know, you come from somewhere where it's like unity, family. You never been in no gang or nothing, but you know, y'all all stuck together. So when you went to this foreign location and seen all these people split up, you seen it was fair game. You start clicking up, unifying people together, and start making moves, start having your way, start sprouting your wings, start giving other people wings. You start flying, start soaring. But the enemy seen you giving people hope and faith again. You know, because your enemy, he gets paid on bringing people down, making people feel bad, making people feel miserable, making people feel like they don't have a chance. See, you know, you don't just think alone to yourself, because the enemy, he's always in the back of your mind, always telling you, you know, whispering about doubts or fears or things in your past, always bringing up negative evidence of people, places, circumstances, things that you did that you failed at. But the thing about you don't believe it, because as soon as you get them thoughts, you understand, like, hey, everybody get punched in the face sometime. Everybody get a pot thrown at them sometime. You know? But don't mean you can't wipe it off and just keep moving. You understand when you fall down, you must get back up. You really understand that. So, every time, you know, your enemy tried to throw you an attack, you would actually power up. Because he didn't know you were an elite strategist. This is something in you where if you fall down, you observe why you fell, where you failed at, you analyze how it happened, what time, even what color, what was going on. And you adapt, you change, you test immediately. You're not a scientist, but this is how you do it. And this is what you do. Naturally, you've been doing this your whole life. So when you're starting to connect the dots, you started to break chains. Generational bloodline curses. You were breaking these things accidentally, not even trying. And you always believed in a higher power, or something was guiding you, something was navigating you. And that's why you started calling it N-Star. Or you don't know it, it's called N-Star. So you start rolling the dice with the N-Star inside of you, the compass within, and you start noticing, you start getting big wins. See, the N-Star inside of you, it tells you where to move, how to go, and what to do and what to say. Because when these shapeshifters come around to boost you up, hype you up, make you feel all good, it silently whispers to you, chill. Let's do this instead. But what about the consequences of this? What about that? We must be connected with the Holy Spirit because it's always saying something positive. It's always getting you on track. So the more you start to listen, you start to notice that if I keep listening to this voice, life really ain't that bad. It ain't really that hard as it seems. People try to rob you. You listen to it. People try to burn you. You listen to it. People try to steal your identity. You listen to it. So you're in a situation and you feel like blind is leading to blind and everybody around you is tainted. Bro, you gotta listen to the inner compass within. You gotta listen to the instar inside of you. You know what it is. It's not gonna be too loud though. But it has a feeling, a movement. It's like a current. It just goes that way. And you will feel it when you try to resist it because it'll convict you. It'll tell you no, that's not the right way. Or it give you peace when you say yeah, and you go the right way. See, the way the world is turning now, and how it's been for a while, as soon as they see chosen ones, or anybody with a light, with a mantle, they shapeshift. They turn into people who they've never been before. Or you never seen them become. They treat you differently because they see things in you now. But when you were dirty, when you were going through your trials, they wouldn't even smile. Not when they see you out in public. They shape-shifting now. They giving you compliments. They eyes not matching they smile. But don't fall for it, sis. You know, at the end, they just really just want to take you down. But don't let your heart get hard. Soften your heart. Make sure you just still smile though. Because you don't want to block your blessings. And then you'll become a shapeshifter. You'll be shapeshifting. It's like, bro, they can't be you, bro. A lot of them folks couldn't be you, bro, because tell you, you don't give up. You keep going and going and going, bro. You keep going and going and going. So it's that you just keep going and going and going and don't give up, bro. You know, God does love that about you. You so defiant. You know, you don't need any proof. You don't need any proof of the blessing finna come, bro, and you still do it. You still make it shake. You don't see no evidence at all. Not one bit of piece of evidence, bro, and you still get it done. And you still try and you still fight. That's why all your blessings are gonna pile up. You know, they try to lie to you and tell you, doing the right thing ain't gonna pay off, bro. Having integrity, being obedient. They want you to feel like it's all for nothing. But you don't gotta see the results. All you do is just stay down, keep working. I promise you, I guarantee you're gonna see the fruit in your life. You're gonna look up out of nowhere, you were like, dang, this me? Promise you, bro. But think about it. If you stay consistent doing the wrong thing or giving up or just down bad, bro, what you think they're gonna lead to? You never gonna get where you trying to go now, where you trying to be, or where you supposed to be at, bro. You lying. You're lying. And listen, your enemy used to knocking people out, bro. Your enemy, I'm telling you, bro, they knock people out first round. First shit to second, bro. Your enemy is like Mike Tyson. He big, intimidating. But you gotta be a Holyfield, bro. You gotta be disciplined, in shape. When you get hit, bro, you gotta be ready to get hit. You gotta be excited to get hit. You gotta be laughing to get hit. You gotta be smiling when you get hit by the enemy, bro. You gotta have a pain resistance. You gotta have a type of pain resistance in you, bro. And that's what God is. That's what the Lord is, bro. They know how to take pain. They can take pain real good. See the situation you in right now, bro. You're just in a situation where you need to take pain, where you're making you, learn how to resist. Learn how to resist all these crazy things. Learn how to resist all these situations. Learn how to resist it. So any type of hardship and pain you go through, bro, I'm telling you, the greats go through the pain. They know how to take the pain, bro. That's why you get so much big rewards. Because you endure a lot of pain, but you got to be like Evander Holyfield, but you got to be really like knocking, you know what I'm saying? Playing a little dirty too, but playing it smooth. Headbutting the enemy. See, the enemy relies on a system to bail them out. They rely on the system, bro, but it's like the system rely on power and money. And if the doctor say, hey man, it's all a go, keep playing, then you gotta keep fighting, bro. You gotta keep going. The doctor say you straight, you good to fight. You gotta keep going. Enemy don't want to attack you, bro. So you're gonna try to do you dirty, you're gonna try to bite you in the ear, bro. I'm gonna bite your ear off. Guarantee you. But don't worry, bro. When he bites your ear out, bro, he disqualified himself and sets you up for life. It's always like that. So you good. Don't even worry about that, bro. See, don't ever think life is not a game, bro. Because it's a game with different levels that you get tested on. That's all life is, bro. That's all it is, bro. So when you out here, with your people, with your partner, with your folks, make sure you have that discernment. Because you ain't gonna have everybody all the time, bro. You're gonna be in a situation where all you gonna have is God. All you gonna be is by yourself. You're gonna be in this alley with nobody else, bro. You might have a sleeping bag. You might have a tent. You might have nothing but a rock in your hand, bro. throwing so many rocks trying to figure out what you gonna do next. What plan you gonna make? Yeah. I understand that, bro. Sometimes, bro, you gotta just go ahead and get God. Go ahead and get locked in with that, bro. Cause the longer you resist, the longer you wait. The longer it takes for you to get the wisdom, bro, the knowledge. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta be careful. You gotta be so careful who you open up to, who you let know your goals and dreams, bro. And I'm saying this to protect you, protect your blessing, protect your peace, protect your own soul. You know? You gotta find an inner peace within. Where you don't have to just spill all the beans about your past, about your life, or about what you're going through. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, you need to start journaling. You need to start writing things down more. You know, releasing your thoughts through things like that. Working out, being in nature. So you can just flow naturally. That's all you gotta do. I'm telling you. If you invite a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing in your home, they won't leave you alone. And they'll slowly put strings on your back and pull you like a puppet master. Trigger you. Gaslights you. Misunderstand you. That's why it's so important to find yourself. So you can walk within the essence of your own originality. See, the essence, that's the light that they smell, that they see, that they can't imitate, that they want to copy, they want to duplicate about you, your essence. That's why these people love you so much. They can't get enough of you. Because they love your essence, your originality, what you stand for, what you represent, how you move, your heart, the feeling they get, the feeling your essence, how it makes them feel when you're around, how it changes their energy in the room, how your name, when they say your name, it heals. So when they bring your name up around people, you know, they hate because you're the only one that make them feel this way. So that's why they must snuff out your light. So that's why you've been attacked your whole life. Because you have a spiritual gift of essence. See, you go deeper than 10 feet in the ocean. You go deeper than that. And a lot of people be needing to get their scratch right there. And that's what you do when you come around. So don't ever feel bad about these things that you went through. Because if you didn't go through these things, you would never be able to help the people in the future that you love, bro. Sis. See, you knew something special about you because the way you love to help people. some reason you just love to, fix people problems and get them out of this situation. When you was in your own situation, for some reason, that made you, that lifted you up. You realize a secret. You realize that you can be broke, flat broke. But helping somebody else up, it feels a light inside of you that gets you through the day. And once you figure that out, the enemy been trying to attack you. You realize all you need is water and lemon. And you work out all the time anyway. And you just help people out. And you start living that way because you ain't want to chase everything of the world. You ain't want to chase that. See, they want you to switch sides. They wanted you to, serve their God. But you listen to your heart. Your heart know the cost of sin. It knows what's after this earth. It knows. Why you're so emotional, so sensitive. You could pick up on things spiritually with people. So be careful when they try to dilute your gift and try to tell you things is not true. Because I promise you, bro, you're true. It's in you. Just stay down, man. Keep doing good. Everything gonna be all true. Bro, having a relationship with the Creator is the smartest thing you can do. That's the only thing that can save your life, bro. I'm telling you, listen. If the Creator's not on your side, you walking around here, doing evil and playing both sides, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. You just got a matter of time. It's just only a matter of time before that thing catch up to you. I promise you, bro. It always be like that. It ain't never just sweet, bro, out here. Like, it's always just a matter of time. So you see somebody over here getting away with, something wicked, getting away with selling something crazy, getting away with stealing something crazy every time, bro. Don't get fooled, my son. I'm telling you, I promise, son. It's just a matter of time before they get caught. And if they do rise up in rank, bro, they don't tell you, bro. The only reason they rise up in rank, bro, because these people who sin, who do criminal activity, bro, who you know what I'm saying, who living like that, bro, they understand that the more they do evil, the more reward they get. So what I mean by that, like the bigger you sin, the more you get paid, bro. So I break it down, like, you start to notice it, bro. Like, if you sell like little baby weed, or you sell like little baby stuff, you'll start to realize, like, okay, when I rip people off a little bit, I get more money. I get a little bit more profit. That'd be the first sign. So you start doing more and more and more of that. Start making more money. You start getting more greedy, but you're really feeding the sin. You're feeding the greed in you that was in your granddaddy, that was in your grandmama. You know? So then you start doing that. Because when you was trying to keep it 100 at first, you were trying to do business the right way. But then you realize, the profit wasn't good enough. So you probably leveled up to a bigger drug, to something that was more profitable. But you didn't understand that it came with more risk. It came with more demonic spiritual forces attached to it. It came with the customers. It came with the product. It came with all of that was tied into it. So you didn't understand once you leveled up from what you were selling to what you got, that it came with that. That's why you was rewarded with more money, because the people who get the money to pay for this type of luxury demonic spiritual experience, they do highly demonic activity to get the rewards to receive the money. So they might gotta steal from their granddaddy, steal from their grandma, have sex with, I don't even want to say it. They doing the most wickedest stuff, robbing banks, sticky notes. They doing all this type of stuff you would never even think about doing it, but they getting it done. And the funny thing about it, when you talk to these people and you talk about doing the right thing, or you're talking about not sliming you out, like, them being nice is a little sin. So what I mean by that, when they really want to take your whole stash, they just take $50 out of it. To them, they feel like they were doing good. You see the mindset? You see the mindset? So God brought you out of them situations. God brought you out of these type of people. God brought you out of these type of things where you don't have to deal with that, but you understand the mindset, and you see the mindset of these type of people. But then when you came around showing love to these type of people, showing them, you don't have to go into the spirit of greed. You don't have to go into the spirit of lust. You don't have to go into the spirit of thievery, murder. Because they're seeing how you move. They're seeing how miracles still happen when you keep it 100. But the way the demons taught them, bro, crime pay you, bro. The bigger the sin, the bigger the reward. So when Buddy trains you to go and run down and anybody getting money out of the ATM machine, he trains you to how to get fast money. He didn't train you on the consequences of what happens when you live that life forever, bro. So, I know this is definitely not for everybody, bro, but this is for somebody who in the streets, who is thinking about living a life of crime, bro, who need it fast, who think they need it fast, who think they gotta get it overnight, bro. This is for you. This is for you, bro. This is for you living in that illusion, bro. Where you gotta be a hot boy. I'm telling you. That's not what you want in life, bro. Learn how to make money. Find a skill. But most importantly, keep it real with yourself. Keep it real with God, man. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget that book going stupid, bro. You better buy that book. Get the ebook right now. Especially you watch all my videos, get the ebook, bro. I got the bags available too. Never giving up, bro. All day, every day, pouring out wisdom.